Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bug. I do a variety of mediocre arts and crafts, primarily paper crafts, and today I'm going to take you through just a little flip through of some outgoing Happy Mail that I have. One thing I like to create is little story albums, and they're kind of like a junk journal, but I fill them with things that tell a story to me and might tell the same story to you. So this one is fairly small. My idea for this one was that it needed to fit inside this outgoing Happy Mail box. So this is a 6x4x2, but it needed to fit inside. So of course it's a little smaller than that. It's got a 1-inch spine, and there are some Tim Holtz pieces, but there are a number of different antique pieces in here as well. The back has some crackle paste on it, and I'm not sure if it's going to come across on the screen, but crackle paste through a stencil that looks a lot to me like an old wallpaper style. And I did do some inking on top. I usually don't do a lot of inking of edges and things like that, but I wanted to just catch the top of the crackle paste, and it really does bring it out just a little bit more. You can see that texture more and see the actual pattern. So this has a closure from this ribbon. The closure is anchored beneath this frame. You may recognize it as a Tim Holtz frame. And then it is under this piece on the back, underneath this piece of paper. So it opens this way. And let's start on this side. So I started off in this section with a little dangle. You can see this from the front as well, of course, but it is a mushroom charm on a little bulldog clip. The light is weird, sorry. See if I can adjust it. I'll set that aside. First thing I have here is an actual antique. This is an antique postcard. It is postmarked, has writing on it. You can see that the postmark is from July 24th of 1914. Ooh, that's, sorry. And you can see that it's written in fountain pen. There's the front of it. I just added a little collage of some items. Most of the paper that you see in this project is either from the Godey's Woman's Journal and Magazine. Sorry, it's the Godey's Ladies Book and Magazine. I came across a large lot of these pages. They were really not in great shape, so I decided to use them this way and repurpose them. Otherwise, they were going to be in the bin. So this folds out and shows one of the panels. The Godey's magazine had a lot of things in it, and I'm not sure when they stopped making it, but I have a number of pages from the 1860s. I may have some from a little earlier than that, but it had articles about sewing, fashion, stories for kids. So it was a number of different things made up this periodical, and I believe it was monthly because I do have, they're marked with different months. This one is from November of 1865. Of course, this page is really all that was salvageable of this page. This was a 2-page spread of some fairly fancy ladies in their evening attire. A lot of them are black and white, but a lot of them were also hand colored before they went out. So I did use a bunch of the Tim Holtz sellotape in this project, but a lot of it is just because it was actually worn and it needed to be adhered to something anyway, so it just kind of added to that. But that obviously is not antique. Here I have a pocket that I made of just some scrapbook paper that's floral. You can see this magazine had the teeniest, tiniest font. I think that's like an 8. Is it? No, it's lower than an 8. It would be smaller than an 8. I don't know what it is, but it's tiny. This pocket has a couple antique place cards. I have a seed packet that has an acetate butterfly on it. It's just filled with a few little things. It all goes in there. This page has a cardboard rose on it. I have some lace throughout. This is a vellum pocket. I added a tag. Of course, this vellum pocket, I anchored with the sellotape, and then I have this tag that has the little dragonfly, and you can kind of see the dragonfly back there in the background. Now this last panel has a few things. This kind of, to me, ties the story together a little bit. This is a calling card. It's an antique calling card. And I have a piece of the magazine talking about a pocket sewing machine. And then I've stapled some pieces of fabric and binding and lace to it. And that clips right in here. This clip is pretty tight. And then on the back, you can see that this is bicycle built for 2. It just kind of rolls up on itself. That's all I have for you today. I just wanted to go through that really quick because I want to get this in the mail tomorrow. Please interact with this video if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.